Hey everybody, it's Kevin. This is Cocktails and Comics. This is, I think, my second video for the new year. So happy 2021 if you haven't watched the last one. Before we get started, please, I have a big goal for 2021. Please hit the like and subscribe button. There's even like a little notification button, like a bell, and that will let you know when I posted a new video. I am working a little bit more than I was towards the end of last year, so I'm posting a little less content on Instagram, a little less on the videos for YouTube, but still once or twice a week I'd really like to get a video up. So thank you for everybody who's supporting me right now. I'm really close to 60 subscribers, which for me is a big goal, and almost 600 followers on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram and you're watching this, and after you subscribed, if you'll go over to Instagram, Cocktails and Comics 1, and go ahead and follow me, and you'll see a lot more about, mostly it's Atlanta and restaurants and breweries and maybe a winery here and there and a distillery in and around the Atlanta area, and then comic books. I'm still on my beer kick from like November, December. And so I've been spending a little time discovering a few new breweries. Well, new to me. So one that I've discovered or been visiting recently is Jekyll Brewing, and this is in Alpharetta. So just kind of North Atlanta, OTP as they say, outside the perimeter. So this is a coffee cooter. It's an American brown ale with some coffee in it. Not that I need it right now. Because as a fan I am of Comics with Bueller, he gets all jacked up on coffee. I don't need to be, because I'm making this video before I go to bed. However, I am going to enjoy one coffee cooter before I retire for the evening. It's kind of like the perfect temperature. It's a nice color too. I apologize. I put it in kind of a funny glass. Yeah, it's let's see. It is 6% ABV. It's just flavored American brown ale. Who says you can't have beer for breakfast? Anyway, so Jekyll, located in Alpharetta, Georgia, JekyllBrewing.com. Anyway, I did get my giant, slightly less giant box from Things from Another World, and I had to adjust my order a little bit because I was getting comics every 2 weeks, and I was getting a lot, and I kind of did a 2-week thing where I was getting that's just 1 week. Is that sad? So my New Year's resolution is don't tell Things from Another World, is to order less comics and go to my LCS a little less too. It is unfortunate, but I am having to pick and choose what comics I think are what I want to read, what I think are, as they say, spec books, and just kind of go from there. So they, as Midtown Comics, so I also order from, always do a really great job of packaging, and they're using my favorite bubble wrap because I do have an eBay page, which is Kevin's Cocktails and Comics, and I do sell comics online. So if I could ever figure out technology, I would put a link here on this. So anyway, without further ado, let me get my bubble wrap out of the way. And I'm going to run through some comic books, hopefully kind of fast. I'm about at 5 minutes on my video. I'm trying really hard not to have such long videos for y'all. I don't think many of you like to really sit and just listen to me drone on. Although a lot of you will watch hour-long videos, and mine's never been more than half an hour, so there you go. So anyway, another sip of beer wouldn't hurt, right? Oh, okay, that's actually really good. Big fan. All right, so we got Aquaman number 66, a comic that I do not collect and probably shouldn't have gotten this issue, but a sucker for a cool cover, and that is, I think, a cool cover. But I'll be honest, my entire life, even when he was on Super Friends, I had no interest in Aquaman. I couldn't even get through the movie with Jason Momoa a few years back. It just didn't interest me. I feel like Bruce Wayne in Justice League, where the movie, Ben Affleck says, "So you talk to fish, huh?" I mean, that's how I feel. But anyway, I hate to bag on Aquaman, but I do like that cover. Here, and hopefully that's why you watch, just because I go off on tangents. So this is Batgirl number 50. This is a second printing. This was the last issue of this current series, and the current character of Batwoman, I mean, I may be making most of this up. I think makes her first appearance in this. I mean, this may be just me coming out of my head. So the new season of Batwoman starts on the CW next week, and that is a different character, and that, I believe that character premiered here in the comics, but I might be wrong about that. But anyway, I like the cover too, so it's kind of a little bit similar to another cover. Anyway, I'll stop yammering on and show you some cool comics. Batman 105. I kind of go in and out of collecting Batman. You know, he's just to me, he's such an iconic character. This is the cover B. I want to say it's the Matina cover for issue 105. Also, a very cool cover was Batman Beyond number 50. I believe this is also the last issue, and this is the B cover. And I think some of you who actually do follow me do know that I'm not really ordering online cover A's. I'm really only ordering cover B's or some type of incentive covers or some kind of special edition. And if I really like the comic, or there's some buzz about it, I might go out to my LCS and pick up a cover A. Right now, I'm literally faced with, like, today was a new comic book day, which, surprise, I got new comic books today. I'm holding up my Black Adam Endless Winter Special number 1, which I don't have a clue what this was about, but I like the cover. It is cover B of, I believe, a one-shot featuring Black Adam. And I wonder about the timing of some of these, because I know if those of you who follow comics know that, like, all those Wonder Woman incentive covers, or they were, or not incentive covers, but they were, you know, cover B's or cover C's or whatever they were, that was featuring Wonder Woman 84. They were supposed to come out months ago, and then they pushed them to I think next year, and then all of a sudden they said, nope, we're going to release Wonder Woman at Christmas, and then they backtracked everything, and they're starting to release with all the Endless Winter, all the Future State stuff. It's like there's something every month. I want 1 or 2 months where there's just nothing going on, and you just only buy the books that you really like to read, because sometimes people like me go a little crazy with their incentive covers. That's a cool cover too. Black Cat, I don't even know why I'm on the Black Cat kick like everybody else is. She's kind of sexy. But Black Cat number 1, the nullified version, she just looks like she's got a little tattoo on her head. Some of the other ones with, like, Wolverine or Thing, or Spider-Man, they were just really like nullified out, I guess you could say. The Black Cat Knock, I think, is the artist, and it's the headshot. Most of them are pretty boring, I'll be honest, and the Iron Man one, which I hope I didn't order, it is literally what I thought it would be. It's his helmet. you know? I mean, that's not interesting to me at all. My absolute favorite artist right now, and my favorite artist of 2020 for sure, which Peach Momoko made 2020 tolerable. You know, it is definitely a manga anime style. As you know, as a kid, I really liked that. But I like her throwbacks, and this is the Blade Runner 2029 issue #1. This is a really nice cover. I've literally got a collection of Peach Momoko comics that it's as big as this stack is. This is Captain America #26, also a nullified comic. This was a little bit cooler looking. And then I've got Catwoman #28, which is her as being a cat burglar, sneaking out and stealing a diamond. Here's a comic. I don't know why I ordered this. It was completely by mistake. It's from Titan Comics. It's issue #2 of Cutting Edge Siren Song, and it looked cool. I thought I had ordered issue 1. By the time I realized I hadn't ordered issue 1, I'd already ordered issue 2, and the pre-order cutoff was done, so I couldn't really cancel it. One thing I will say, this is a $5.99 comic book. It's really heavy. Like, it feels almost as heavy as like the Detective Comics 1027s that are like thick. It's heavy, noticeably so. I may try to find issue #1 and see what this is all about, but this was one of those weird things that I go, wait, what? Got a couple of the Dark Knights Death Metal #6, very cool Mr. Miracle cover. And my thing for Tyrannosaurus Rex, this is Dark Knights Death Metal 6, the T-Rex cover. So I just think that's fun. And I haven't read this yet, so if the T-Rex features into it, I wouldn't know. Here's another interesting comic that I didn't remember ordering. I thought I'd ordered the Christmas one. Those of you who have been collecting comics just recently know that this DC Christmas comic book had like some appearances of characters, and it's kind of a hot book. This is Dark Knights Death Metal, the last 52, War of the Multiverses. I think it was a one-shot, and again, it's a thick comic, and it is I don't even see the cover price. I want to say it was $7 or $8. And I'll take a look at it. It might be kind of fun. Peach Momoko takes up a lot of my time and money. Here is the Doctor Who #2 comic. I just like her style. What can I say? And then I guess this is a sketch variant. I'm amazed at the stuff that I order, and then I forget that I ordered it. It's kind of fun. I get boxes in the mail, and I go, what's in the box? What's in the box? So this is obviously, as you can see, the sketch variant of this one. And it's definitely you can see some differences from the original art to the finished art. I think that's kind of interesting. Now, there's a TV show called The Expanse, and I've never watched it. It looks really cool. I think it's an Amazon original, and I don't really know the story behind how Boom Studios got the rights to publish a comic version of it. But you know, I'll probably thumb through this, see how I like it, and then I can always go watch the TV show. Another fun cover, Immortal Hulk #41. They're sitting at the diner, Hulk and Thing, and the woman seems like she's giving Hulk attitude. So, go lady. Or she's asking if he wants more coffee. I'm not really sure. But there seems like there's going to be some words thrown around here in a minute. The Iron Man nullified cover for Iron Man #4. Oh, wow. I forget that they've rebooted this comic again, and it's only on issue #4. Somehow I thought it was like issue 100. Here is Justice League 58. Beautiful Jen Bartel cover. Again, not really a comic I'm collecting. And, you know, this is one of those decisions I've got to make as I move into 2021 is what I want to read and what I want to collect. And this is one of those covers that it's just really beautiful. Okay, here's a comic that I liked the first issue, and Miskatonic #2. It's kind of a paranormal detective story, and that's about best I can describe it right now, with a little H.P. Lovecraft-ishness going on there. But that's kind of a cool thing. Post Americana is an Image comic that this is the Jeff Darrow cover, which those of you who have been collecting comics for a while know. Hard Boiled. He did Hard Boiled and some other things, but this to me reminds me of Hard Boiled a little bit. Just that grittiness, and it's pretty graphic cover, I'll say. But I didn't know anything about this comic, and I still really don't. I ordered it initially. That was cover B. I didn't pick a cover A. This is cover C. The chicken cover, which is awesome, I think, is just a slightly large featherless chicken just kind of hanging out on the top of a crashed spaceship. And to me, I was like, I don't know what this comic's about, but I'm going to get that. This is the Red Hood, #52. Never got an issue of it. Don't know much about the storyline, except I guess this is Jason Todd. And I just thought it was a cool cover. So, I think somebody said this might be the first cover appearance of a new costume, but I may have that wrong, and it may be another issue. Rorschach, from DC Comics, Black Label. This is, issue 3. Okay. And, another cool cover. This is the B cover. I still have yet to read one issue of this. And I think I may be getting issue 4, but I think I'm just pulling the plug because, I can't just get an entire series and just for the covers or for an interest in it. Like just recently I pre-ordered some trade paperbacks because I think that's kind of the way I'm going to go. I'm more of a sit down and read them all together, and I think with a trade paperback, that's the way to go, so that maybe you don't spend as much money collecting individual issues. And yes, you might lose out on some hot books, but honestly, I mean, unless you've got the time to do this every single day, y'all, a book literally can be hot today, and then by the time, I don't know, you get around to posting it on eBay, and 2 or 3 days later, it's not so hot anymore, and all of a sudden, nobody wants to buy it. I've been there. Savage Avengers 16, and it's a variant cover that I don't think I ever saw the final art for this when I ordered it. So I'm not really sure why I got it. It's kind of a cool cover. Got Conan, dragons, and the Black Knight. So who wouldn't love that? This is the one I was excited about. So this is Darth Vader #8. This is one of the Empire Strikes Back, not homage covers, but just a tribute. Oh, it's a tribute cover. I mean, it's a series that they're doing where there's a cover A, a cover B, maybe even a cover C, but usually the cover Bs for Star Wars, Darth Vader, Bounty Hunters have all been like a artist rendition of a scene from Empire Strikes Back, because actually 2020 was the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. And I know that because I waited in line 3 times in the first week that Empire Strikes Back came out. So do the math. This is a funny story here because this is Tarna, #1, Last Tarkanian. I was a huge fan of the Heavy Metal movie, and the character Tarna was created just for the movie, where all the other stories were actually taken from stories from the Heavy Metal comic book. This was an original character, and to my knowledge, this is the first time they've done a comic book for her. But this came out, I saw this last week at my local comic shop, like it was a new comic last week for them, even though because of the way that I guess it got released, for me, it's here sooner than it would have been. Like technically, they shipped it to me prior to it coming out at my local comic shop. But anyway, I actually think this is the cover B. Probably is, knowing me. But that's a cool cover. I am getting issue 2, but I just think it's one of those things it's a nostalgia type of thing. So I picked it up because, that's one of the reasons I've got some of the stuff like this Blade Runner. I don't know if you can see that one right here. That's the original Blade Runner movie adaptation from like 1982. And I just had that displayed because I came across it because those of you who have been following the news know that Tanya Roberts, rest in peace, passed away at only age 65, and she was Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, as well as a Charlie's Angel, other things. Okay, sorry guys, almost finished. This is Vampirella Red Sonia, number 12. This is like a black and white incentive. I think it's a 1 in 10. That's cool about about Things from Another World. You do get the opportunity to order these at cover price. I didn't pay a cent. I actually got this less than cover price. And if you find it on the right day, because they only get so many comics, and so they might have a 1 in 10 available. If they say they ordered 100, they only have 10 copies, and once they're purchased, they're purchased. So, not a particularly great cover, but I like the black and white. I think it's cool, and again, that incentive kind of look, or not incentive look, black and white look, the incentive kind of thing. That didn't make any sense. Sorry, just scratch that. This is a comic I've actually enjoyed. This is from Aftershock. This is We Live. This is number 3. The covers on this have gotten just weird. Like the first issue that they printed like 3 printings of had the same cover, different color scheme, but it seemed kind of like a little bit more lighthearted. And the last issue plus this issue, as you can see, the covers have gotten a little bit scary. It's a scary comic book, kids. We only find them when they're dead. Number 3, second printing. Why am I buying this? I have a whole nother rant that I might go on about Boom Studios on another video or on my Instagram page, because I do have some issues with Boom Studios right now, but it's from an order that I placed 3 months ago that I haven't gotten yet. Go figure. This is Boom Studios. Hey, there's Boom Studios again. And this is We Only Find Them When They're Dead. Cover A, number 4. I still don't have issues 1, 2, and 3, even though I've paid for them. Boom Studios. But I do have the second printings of those issues. But yeah, about 4 months ago, I pre-ordered them on their own website, on Boom Studios' website, and then didn't realize that a lot of these comics hadn't come out or weren't going to come out for a while, and they were all supposed to ship in November. And then in December, when I said, man, where are those comics? They said, oh, whoops, we haven't sent them yet. We're sending them today. Well, they haven't, Kevin still hasn't seen them yet. But I do have another copy of We Only Find Them When They're Dead, issue number 4. This is the cover B. Cool. And finally, very appropriately, this is Wonder Woman. This is, I think, a Josh Middleton cover. Maybe. And this is issue number 769. I've really enjoyed these cover Bs. And I think they're all Josh Middleton. And if I'm wrong about this one, I do apologize. I'd like these more light ones. He did one that was like a darker kind of crimson red, and it was almost a little scary looking. These are very like bright, vibrant, and fun. So that's it. Sorry that I got to 25 minutes, y'all. But thank you for those of you who did watch the whole video. I really do appreciate it. This is fun for me just to feel like I've got somebody to talk to, because usually I don't. So please like, subscribe, comment down below. Go follow me on Instagram, and have a great day. Have a great week. I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.